Alright, what's up, YouTube? As y'all know, I'm supposed to be job hunting right now, but I gotta tell y'all that I'm pretty much frustrated with all of that stuff. And the reason why, I'm gonna give you a little bit of history about it, is that I think about 20 years ago, I began to realize that it's all a farce. You know what I'm saying? And especially after the legal system, I just knew that basically that's just a liability. And just going in and out of these different companies the last 7 years or so, doing sales and marketing and that type of thing, um, I just saw some of the things, especially on the lower end jobs like that, just absolutely heinous. Did not match up with my moral values, and just total, just total chaos. And for me, like I said, I knew a long time ago. Like I think, not even that was it 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. Yeah, I decided I wanted to try to do my own, go into business for myself. And that was all good and well, but the reason that I did it was for the wrong reason. I had gotten out of a bad relationship, and I saw some truth about the workplace. And the thing was, I hadn't quite gotten over all of that when I started. So pretty much just like I am in my real life, my personal life, I was giving everything, but I wasn't keeping track of what I had returning. Because I think I got to the point where I didn't even care if I had any returns. I just was doing something to keep myself busy. Now, the situation I'm in now, after the legal system, it exacerbated that much more because I was just like, wow, people can basically do anything they want and get away with it as long as you have some level of influence and there's any type of doubt in place. Anybody can do what they want, and that's scary to me. Now, in addition to that, after the legal system, I worked a lot of low end jobs, and again, that just craziness is just exacerbated even more then, as far as, like I said, in the telemarketing one, people yelling while you're trying to talk on the phone, trying to build a relationship with the customer. How is that professional? And way back in my professional days, it was just like really, it was a war. It was a silent war, but it was a war. Everybody is fearful for their positions or wanting to hold tight and make sure no one steps in their arena. So you come across a lot of ridiculousness. And again, with the legal situation, I kind of lost my family. And so, everything that I've ever done in my life was for my family, for my mom, my brothers, my sister. And it was like after that, and after all these years of being in the system and seeing how it affected my mother, I just decided, I had come to the terms with myself the past couple of months where I was just like, if I don't have any family, it doesn't really matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just me. And pretty much I already know enough to know that, the system, and when I keep saying the system, what I mean by the system, I hate it when people say words over and over because when they do that, they have no meaning anymore. But, the institutions of work, these things that are put in place by the government, work, paying taxes, this, that, and the other, all these things, they don't work to benefit the individual. They work to build, a, and that's all communist is, a communist society where, is based on not community, but not in a positive way, but in a way that is kind of Machiavellianistic. Everybody's trying to seek their goal and find the best way to get it. And there are pawns that are thrown away. And unfortunately, I'm a pawn. So it's just like each time I will come out, with the losing end. So the thing about it is, I don't think that, life is a discovery in itself. You have to continue to rediscover, like, I guess, different things and ways to do things better and stuff like that. And I have to admit, I was under a rock for a long time because of, being, court orders for homeless institutions, that and the other. And then when I came out, I'm a totally different person. I'm 40 pounds heavier. My self-esteem has, well, yeah, it hasn't been torn down in a way that you would think is traditional, but it has been torn down in the way that I'm on mute. I don't speak up for myself. And So it takes time to recover from that. And, I do not have any faith at all in work environments. And I'm going to tell you, I did, start to look on, my regular websites and things like that. And I was disappointed. I was highly disappointed. And, I'm trying to look at the fault within me before I look at everybody else. But I was disappointed because some of these jobs, I've gotten accustomed to, and I used to hate telemarketing and sales and that type of thing because I was like I was really stuck up. I was like those type of people I wouldn't even speak to, unless I wouldn't want to be one of those types of people. But I have been for the last 7 years. And when I'm looking at these telemarketing jobs on this site that I frequent, I'm just so disappointed because all of them are so dishonest. Like the first one, they've been posting, and they're continuously posting like in cycles over and over and over again. So the turnover rate is high. People are fed up and they quit, or either the people are nasty and they get fired. But I mean, it's just like these companies are offering commission only. You know what I'm saying? They're paying cash. And, that's a good thing. But I'm like, if you're, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could try it and see how it works out. But I don't know. And then you have jobs that advertise that they're in one location, they're in totally a different location, and it's to throw people off. And the last job I applied for was like that. They gave a fake name so the people that had applied before would come back in. These people are given a different location so that the people won't be aware that these are the same people that advertised, a few weeks ago. And they're just trying to pull people in because they're thinking that you're desperate. Now, I'm not desperate at all. You know what I'm saying? It is a bad feeling to be broke. I admit that. It is a very bad feeling to be broke. But, I don't want, I have to have matured a little bit over the past year or so, of freedom. But it's like, I don't want to be treated like that. I don't. And I don't want to have to fight you, in order to gain respect. But they say that, your rights are something and your freedom is not something that is just unconditionally given to you. You have to fight and earn for it every day. But, I don't know. I guess I have to learn that to be a fact. But I don't like to fight. I'm a loving, kind person. I don't like to fight. I just like to love, be kind, encourage. And and I was told when I was younger by a coworker, when I say younger, I mean like one of my first jobs, 14 or 15. This guy, he lived in the same area I lived in, and we weren't talking. I was doing my thing, he was doing his, and all of a sudden and I was like 14 years old. He stopped everything he was doing. He was like maybe 18, but he stopped everything that he was doing, and he looked up, and his mouth was open, and he had this look of pure fear in his eyes. He was just like, oh, she's never gonna make it. She's not gonna make it in life. She's too nice. And he was right, And it's not that I haven't made it because I have lack of skills. It's not that I haven't made it because I'm not a good person, that I'm devious or anything like that. I haven't made it because I'm too nice. I do allow, too much going. I don't like to fight. I just don't, If I'm put into a situation where I have absolutely no choice, then of course, your instinct can kick in and you have to because you don't have any choice. But whether it's mentally, verbally, I don't like that. If I don't have anything to offer that's going to educate or benefit anyone, I can't do it. And even more after the legal system, it's like I'm starting not to care. Like if I'm not there anymore, and this is how I was programmed by the homeless shelter, that whatever I do to try to make things right, they're gonna take it the wrong way, and I was told that, and so it's like if I'm not even in that situation anymore, I don't even like try anymore. I just let it go, So I mean, it's just discouraging. And then I'm looking at some of these jobs at these other places, and to me, it all just seems like, and I hate it when other people say it's BS, because to me, that sounds like weakness. But so I'm not gonna use that word. I'm gonna try to qualify what I'm saying. But to me, it seems, these jobs are jobs that I would not apply for. And maybe, and when I was in school, my teacher, Miss Horn, that I told y'all about, in high school. she would always say, don't use profanity. That's, weakness. People use those words because they're not able to express themselves. Always be able to express yourself. And, maybe I've been dumbed down to that point. These institutions, sincerely, schools, shelters, the prison system, parole system, whatever, jail system, all of that's the same to me. But, all of that, it has programmed me to be different than what I was raised. And I don't know, and I've met a couple of people here and there that are just like, oh, you just need to get around the right people, and that's right. The right people are there, but it's just some of the the bad people, the wrong people are just so much louder and more aggressive. So I have to find a way to, find the good people, be one of the good people, and kind of, market myself. But I just, I don't want to sell myself, as far as I don't want to be for sale, because that means that, whatever you do can be manipulated. Like, I know, and besides that, when you're selling yourself, it's just like, there's all, and being so open, people find a weakness in there or something that hurts and they'll stick a knife in it. Um, so, I don't know, but like I said, it's just frustrating to me. And then, I have the opportunity to do my own thing and perhaps find a way to make money on my own. But, it does take a lot of work, and I don't mind that, but it's just, you have to have some form of income to do that. Idealistically for me, I'll have a little part-time job somewhere where I get paid a regular salary, even if it's just minimum wage. I just want to be able to pay for basics, and then I can work on my stuff in the background. So hey, at least I'm talking it out. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna look and see if I can find that. I was looking at freelance work, and then I came at a stop. And then part of it may just be me. Maybe I'm just afraid of being successful because of what happened when that legal thing happened when I quit my last job, and I was just like, screw all this. I didn't say my words were not like that back then, but I was like, this is what I want to do with my life, and I started moving on, and all of a sudden it's just like, you know they stole from me, you know but I gotta move on, because it's like I have today and the rest of my life to do something different, to do something better. And like I always say, I can't be stuck on that. But I would be remiss if I didn't admit that it does have an effect. So I just have to make up my mind what my mind is, focus on my goal, keep my window open on the goal that I'm focused on, and move forward that way. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll just keep y'all updated like hourly or something. And then the other frustrating thing, I called that place that I knew, like I said, they weren't paying regular pay, they were paying like daily and all this other crazy stuff. And those people don't even answer the phone. So if they don't answer the phone, they're claiming they're paying you daily. Sometimes you have people with problems with people that actually answer the phone and pay checks. Do you really think these people are really going to be righteous in paying you? And I don't want to spend all my time, especially when I need money. I don't know, I need honesty. So anyways, if you have any comments or any experiences that you want to share, feel free to share. Thanks.